What if your greatest leadership inspiration came not from a CEO, but from a girl with a bow and arrow, or from a quiet seamstress who refused to give up her seat on a bus? Leadership doesn't always wear a suit or carry a title. Sometimes it wears a cloak or carries groceries home after a long day. In this video, we're exploring leadership lessons from the most unexpected sources: fiction, history, and everyday life. Because sometimes the most powerful lessons come from the places we least expect.
Let's start with fiction, where powerful leadership often hides behind dramatic quests and fantasy battles.
Katniss Everdeen, The Hunger Games. A teenager thrust into a brutal game of survival, Katniss shows resourcefulness, adaptability, and resilience. She doesn't lead with power. She leads by protecting those she loves and standing up to injustice. In the workplace or community, that's the kind of servant leadership that inspires real change. Gandalf the Grey, the Lord of the Rings. A wise wizard who rarely commands but always influences, Gandalf leads through mentorship, strategic thinking, and moral guidance. He reminds us that the best leaders light the way, not just for themselves but for others. Fictional or not, their leadership qualities are very real and very applicable.
Now let's look at history. Not the generals or presidents,
but the quiet, courageous figures who changed the world. Rosa Parks, one woman, one bus seat. Rosa didn't shout, she didn't fight. She resisted with dignity. Her act of quiet defiance sparked a movement. Her leadership came through courage, clarity, and nonviolence. It's a reminder, you don't need power to lead, you just need purpose. Apollo 13 mission. In 1970, a NASA mission nearly ended in disaster. But what followed was one of the greatest examples of problem-solving, calm under pressure, and teamwork in history. Engineers, astronauts, and ground control worked together, improvising with limited resources to save lives. Sometimes great leadership is about keeping your cool when everything goes wrong.
leadership doesn't just live in books and history. It walks among us every day.
The single mother. Juggling jobs, raising children, holding families together, often in silence. That's resilience, sacrifice, and emotional intelligence in its purest form. The volunteer. Giving time with no reward, only purpose. From food banks to crisis lines, they lead with compassion, service, and empathy. The local entrepreneur. Building something from scratch, failing, pivoting, trying again. These leaders show us the value of innovation, grit, and vision, even without fame or followers. These people might never make headlines, but their leadership is real, and it matters. So, what have we learned? Leadership isn't limited to boardrooms or battlefields. It lives in stories, in history, and in the people you pass on the street. It's made of courage, empathy, adaptability, and purpose. The next time you look for a role model, look around. Your greatest leadership inspiration might be closer than you think. Now it's your turn. Tell us in the comments, who's the most unexpected leader you've ever learned from?